Hey YouTube, bit of fun today. This is what I think more people should do. This is a Flying V, a gold Flying V. I can't remember the make of it. This isn't my project. This is someone else's project, which I think everyone should do if you're wanting to give it a shot. So this chap has bought a Flying V. He just described it as a cheap one. I can't remember the make, but I had one. It's like if you try leaning it against the wall, you realise it's not, the two wings aren't the same length. So I think I made, was it a Buckfast one or an Irn-Bru one of these? Was it a Stag? I can't remember. But so what he's done is he's done it up to make, customised it, I believe might be the right use. So he's painted it gold, or whether it's painted or got gold leaf put on it, I'm not really sure. And this, look, he's got a piece of brass, cut it out to make a cool scratch plate and a truss rod cover. But fun. So he just faltered really at the wiring stage. Wired it up wrong. It's like this pickup is an iron gear, which has got 5 wires coming out it, and he just put them on in the wrong order. Pretty much, apart from that, it was all alright. So I just basically sorted it out. He also forgot to put an earth wire between the bridge and the cavity somewhere. If you're getting buzzing, if your guitar's buzzing and it goes away when you touch the strings, that's how it should work. If it doesn't go away when you touch the strings, you want to have some sort of wire that connects the strings to the back of the pots. Somewhere in there, there's normally a hole and goes in through the post. So you take the post out, stick the wire in, connect it onto the back of one of the pots. That's the earthing sorted. So this one is volume for the bridge. I'm not sure exactly which way round it normally is on a Flying V. For me, I thought that's the bridge, that's the neck, and master tone control, a 3-bay switch. Yeah, neck position. I think it might be an expensive pickup, but I think it's a bridge pickup. What that basically just means, it's normally a bit more powerful, and the pole pieces, if you want to tell whether it's a neck or a bridge on a modern pickup, you measure the centre points of the pole pieces, and it's 52mm is normally a bridge pickup, and 50mm is normally a neck pickup. That doesn't necessarily work for older guitars, because you never used to get bridge and neck pickups, even up until the 80s. I don't know when they started doing it. Maybe some companies did, but I know things like DiMarzio Super Distortions, the original ones, are both the same pickup basically. So I mean, all it really means is that the neck pickup's a bit powerful, so I've just got it sitting a bit lower, so than the bridge pickup I put closer to the strings to compensate for the fact that the neck pickup's a little bit too powerful. Yeah, so the fun to be had from doing this sort of thing, I think the number of people I've bought a few, people buy kit guitars to make their dream guitar and they throw hundreds of pounds at it, and because they've never really stuck a guitar together, it just plays pants. So basically start off with just, go on Gumtree or something and buy a guitar for, I don't know, 50 quid, something, under 100 quid anyway, I would have thought, and then modify it, have fun with it. My view about these things is things like he's put a roller bridge on it and stuff, but even if you make a total arse of the guitar, you've still got the roller bridge and you haven't damaged it, so you can still got it. And the same with the iron gear pickups or more expensive pickups. If it doesn't work out, you've still got the pickup. If you really wanted to, decided that later on you'd made a mess of it, you just take these things out and sell them on, or use them for another project. So you're not really losing anything. The only thing you're really damaging is the actual guitar, which if you got it cheap anyway to start with. The other thing about buying a guitar, rather than buying a kit or trying to make one yourself, is the guitar probably works when you get it, or at least it should. The body and the neck will be lined up and all these things. Whereas if you're doing it yourself, I can do it, but that's through basically doing it like this, picking up guitars for sort of 20-30 quid that didn't work and making them work. But it's just things like neck angles and pitches and all these things. It does need to be right to make the thing play. So I've got this thing working. Fun. I'm using my Stack in a Box and the wee Marshall pedal. Not sounding exactly in tune. I think these strings might have been on it for quite a long time. It must just be in my head. Back up. on a. The guy gave me a coil split switch as well, or a push pull, which I put on the tone control, which splits the bridge pickup. Single coil, you can probably hear a bigger difference if I turn off the distortion. The way I always tell whether something's working in single coil is you do this at a Hendrix chord, and it sounds like a Hendrix chord when you do it. That's the biggest difference somewhere in there. You can tell whether it's working with a single coil or not. struggle with these really light strings. Yeah, so fun. Have fun modding these things. So that was good for a laugh, especially when you go for something pure ridiculous like this. I mean, I can totally see what he was going for, the gold and the gold and the brass and the gold. I actually quite like the fact that the white, the sort of off-white knobs, I think look pretty good on this guitar. It's very shiny. It's not videoing well. He's done the same as what I would possibly have done. He's painted the back of the headstock gold as well. I really like these tuners. I don't know whether they're original. But this is like, so basically if you're looking at modifying these things, start off by buying like a cheap guitar and upgrading it yourself. Things like pickups and even the roller bridge. I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming that this isn't like a like a Scholler or something like that. I'd imagine these are eBay. Probably about 12 quid for the sort of the bridge. Like and stuff like that. And the gold covers and stuff like that. This stuff's so cheap if you buy it from eBay from China and just wait a month. And things should just fit and basically have fun. And you can get a guitar that's got an awful lot more personality than what it was. I don't think, it's not the sort of thing I don't think you could really do up and sell, for a profit sort of thing. But if you do it for yourself, then you end up with a custom guitar that nobody else has got. I mean, no one else has got one of these. Only one in the world. It's like if you turn it up with I'll bring the Gold Flying V to the gig tonight. It's like, yeah, you're going to get noticed. And it's, for me anyway, it's a lot more interesting. I mean, I hate slagging folk off, but there's an awful lot of guitarists, and probably not folk who watch this channel because I'm a bit of a nutter anyway, but who just want I need to have the Epiphone Les Paul, and they just want the one that looks like Slash, which there are millions of them, or like like a black Strat with a white scratch plate. You're just like, that sort of thing. For me, they're not really interesting. There's thousands of videos on these things on YouTube that get an awful lot more hits than I do. Whereas I much prefer off the wall, strange. Isn't it's interesting? Put me in a room with half a dozen of the most common guitars kicking about, and this is the one I'm going to look at and go, what's that one? That's interesting, because it's just different and exciting to me. So, rock and roll. Alex, your guitar's ready. Yeah, no, good fun. It's a little bit silly, but that's obviously the point. This guy actually, I did a guitar for this guy before. I wired it up and he'd got like a voodoo head. He'd cut a big hole. I can't remember what kind of guitar it was. It was a Strat. He'd cut a big hole and put like a voodoo head in it, and then filled it with epoxy, so it had like a sort of 3D, incredibly silly but really cool. right up my street. Rock on!